All right, we back. We're gonna have Lion Killer on, so we kind of gonna give y'all a prequel to the original series tomorrow, man. We'll be on live one half, the beginning half of the card on my channel. So we'll be commentating live blow by blow for the Derevyanchenko and Jamal Charlo part of the card on my channel. And tomorrow we'll be live after that for the second half of the pay-per-view card on Lion Killer channel. We might even cover some UFC as well over there. So make sure you check out the Lion Killer podcast. Me, Lion Killer, and Nate Campbell, world champion, former world champion. Nate Campbell will be calling the fights live tomorrow. So make sure you guys check up on that. But I appreciate everybody tapping in. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All the social media links are in the description. As we get more people in the building, I'm going to keep relaying that message that we will be on live tomorrow, calling the Charlo card. First half will be on my channel, me, Lion Killer, and former world champion Nate Campbell. Second half will be on Lion Killer podcast. So that's how it is. Lion, Killa, all separate words, podcast. We'll be calling the Jamel and Rosario side over there. So make sure you're here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we there. Then we remind y'all tomorrow we move over to Lion Killer channel. So y'all check it out. So you're going to get a world champion's perspective on that, man. So, we got a world champion. We had defenses. But what's going on? Kobe 2K fan, Ray Zone, Angel Santos, Bernardo, what's going on? So we're going to talk about the weigh-ins, kind of give you my synopsis on some of the fights. I ain't seen a lot of these dudes fight. But I might have to drop a bag on Duke Micah, whatever his name is. He looked like he prepared to do some work. But don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We also got the Facebook group. That link's in the description. So if you ain't followed the Facebook group yet, then make sure you do so. But we are there if you ever got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Other than that, want to make a donation, best way to do that is to share that video. But Cash App, PayPal is in the description. And if you got a question, Super Chat always open, but I prefer Cash App, PayPal. But yeah, man, waiting on Lion Killer to jump on. Yeah, we had hold on, give me a minute. One second. Oh yeah, we had the weigh-ins today, so let's talk about that. I think everybody I seen made weight. George Richard, salute, Rod, I see you. Everybody I seen made weight. I mean, I don't know how Jamal made weight, but Derevyanchenko didn't look to be in no bad shape neither. Derevyanchenko looked pretty good. So let's go through the weights, what was made. So it was a lot of weights today. So give me a minute as we set it up. Let me get a minute. All right. I'm going to pull it up. Give me a minute. Everybody wants you to read their article before you get to the weights. Just give me the weights. Just give me the weights. Can't find these damn weights. Now, I looked at them earlier. Shit. I should have been more prepared. All right, here we go. Brandon Figueroa, he made weight 122 pounds. Damian Vasquez made 121 and a half. 121 and a half. Cashmere, whatever his name here, the Filipino made just over 117. Duke Micah made 117 and a quarter. Jamal Charlo made 159 and a quarter. Sergey Derevyanchenko made 159 and a half. Luis Neri made 121 and a half. Aaron Amidala made 121 and a half, so they both made weight. Neri made weight, that's good. Danny Roman weighed 125 and 1/4. Juan Carlos Peno made 121 and a half, so they both made weight. And Jamel Charlo 153 and 3/4, 3/4. And Rosario made 153 and a half. So Everybody I see look good. Rosario looking dog shape. Both of the Charlo twins always in exceptional shape. I mean, Duke Micah looked like and from Ghana he came in tremendous shape. Derevyanchenko was in really, really good shape. So, I mean, these boys in some shapes. You know, these boys is in some shape. They ready to come bang. And we can talk about the Jamal Charlo and Sergey Derevyanchenko fight first. And I kind of give some predictions for that fight card. Lion Killer said he's going to be a minute. So, J-Lab Sports TV, salute. So, tomorrow should be an interesting fight. I mean, Derevyanchenko and Jamal, really it's a battle of the ranges. Derevyanchenko come in looking good. Some people believe Derevyanchenko win. Some people believe Jamal Charlo win. I think the betting odds for that fight that I seen, I'll give y'all some of them. I wish I would have still had it pulled up, but it shouldn't take long. So the betting odds for tomorrow, if you feeling froggy, Jamal is a negative 185. So you got to bet at least $185 to win 100 on him. Derevyanchenko is a plus 155. All right, so $100 winning you 155 on Derevyanchenko. Jamel Charlo is a negative 500. So you got to bet 500 to get 100 versus him. Now, if you believe in Jason Rosario, $100 will get you $375. So if you believe in Rosario, there you go. If you believe in Duke Micah, $100 will get you $640. If you believe in Amendola, if you believe in Aaron Amendola, 100 will get you $1,155. If you believe. And for good measure, if you believe in Teofimo Lopez, $100 get you $260. All right. So there's some odds on here. There's some good odds. Shout out to Lawrence Williams. Salute. Didn't near you have trouble making weight? I heard he made weight. He made weight on the first try. Yeah, shout out to Rod. Yeah, Jamil. Yeah, salute to Jamil Herring. Then so yeah, he said Duke Micah and Chenko trained with Rosario. Yeah, I did hear that in the telecast. But yeah, you talking about Derevyanchenko, man. I don't even see him winning the fight one way, and that's on the inside. You know, can Charlo continue to fight on the outside? I mean, Charlo got the temperament and the arrogance, and that Charlo emotional too. Not as emotional as Jamel. He has the temperament to get drugged into a firefight. He does. He seemed like he got something to prove. I was listening to Mike on Sports. Y'all check his channel out. Good channel. I like Mike. Mark Salute. He was saying that Charlo got all this reach, and that's a big advantage. You know, in this era, in my opinion, you want to hear CJ Goodfellow opinion? Mr. Williams, salute. Mark, I see you. Reach is a disadvantage. And if Jamal Charlo knew how to lose his reach, he wouldn't have had no issue with Matt Korobov. He wouldn't have had no issue with Matt Korobov if he knew how to use his reach. Now, I'm going to go to the casino in the morning if I can get there and get in. It's a capacity level. Now, do you consider that reach advantage for him? I think he got almost a 6-inch reach advantage over Sergey Derevyanchenko. 63.5, and I think Derevyanchenko is a 68.5. 67.5. He got about a 3-inch. He got a 3-inch reach advantage. So Korobov actually had a 70.5-inch reach, but he still had a 3-inch reach advantage on Korobov. So do y'all believe that Charlo can use his reach all night? Or do you believe that Sergey Derevyanchenko is going to get on the inside and make it a dog fight? That's what it come into. And once you able to get past that, do you believe that Charlo can outbang Derevyanchenko on the inside? Now everybody's saying he got power. What type of power do we got? You got guys who got power that they got to keep you at the end of their punches to that's where they power at. You got some guys, if you're able to get inside their punches, the guys that like to keep you at the end of their punches, if you're able to get on the inside, they don't have that punching power where you in their chest and they can't just flick they wrist or they can't flick their arm and generate power. Now, you got some guys who can just generate power quick in short areas. They can be Mike Tyson can generate it. You know, so we're gonna find out what type of fighter Jermall Charlo is. Can Charlo fight chest to chest? Because remember, all them boys were saying, "Oh, Robert Jr. got all this height, all this reach. He should beat Mikey Garcia." Do he know how to use the height? Do he know how to use the reach? And one of the problems with Jermall Charlo, he don't have the best feet. So when you talk about maintaining distance, is one of the most underrated attributes. Can he maintain that distance all night? If he can maintain that distance all night, you know, he's going to win. Now, the only question is, does he have the discipline to box and keep Derevyanchenko on the outside and do it for 12 rounds? Or can he take him out? It's the question. If he get on the inside, I can still see him banging with Derevyanchenko. People say, well, how can Derevyanchenko get past that Jermall Charlo jab? Well, you don't got the feet. You know, there's a chance. A lot of Ronnie Shields fighters before FN Jabboy left, they were stiff. So Derevyanchenko is going to do it. He got to do it with feints, with head movement, and he got to be able to take that jab away. If he's able to take that jab away, he's going to be able to walk through the front door, the side door, the back door. He's going to be able to do whatever you want to do. But the question is, can Jermall Charlo hold his own on the inside? That's the question. You know, how good of an inside fighter are the Charlo twins? What happened if Jermall Charlo is forced to go backwards and Derevyanchenko beating him up like Andre Ward did Alan Green? You know what I'm saying? What happens then? He said, Mr. Cruz, salute. He said, what's up? I said, I have both Charlo twins winning, but I would not be surprised if they lose. I feel like there are both, especially, I feel, oh, my bad. He said, surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if they both lose. I feel like they are both, especially male, is underestimating their opponent. And the funny thing about it is I seen Derek James underestimate his opponent too. I found an interesting article, which I was going to do a final thoughts video, which I decided not to, but I'm going to bring up this article that you brought, now that you brought that up. So let me pull this article up about what Derek James had to say about his opponent. I want everybody to get their opinion in the chat. So give me 1 second. I seen it earlier. It was earlier this morning. Hold on, I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to pull it up. All right, here we go right here. In boxing, he said Jermall Charlo's trainer Rosario upset was more about Williams than him. He says that Derek James said, I don't think it was a fluke, James told Boxing Scene. I think it was a phenomenal performance for Rosario, but I think it was more J-Rock than it was him. I don't think J-Rock had a bad day, but he was distracted. His focus wasn't there. Maybe Rosario will prove me wrong or do his best too, but it was more J-Rock. I think Rosario. I believe Rosario was tough, rugged fighter, but I think we never got to see the best of him in the fight because J-Rock was distracted, I believe. So that's Derek James saying that. So Derek James is saying that he basically, he trying to sugarcoat it. Basically, he don't think that motherfucker that good. 72 Nitty, Kirk, Kershell, Alexander, salute. Trayvon Bostic, I see you. C.A. Bullets. Mark says Jermall has something to prove. Therefore, we may see it over anxious. And I do think if Jermall is also emotional. He not the emotional twin, but if him and Derevyanchenko if he don't fight Derevyanchenko at the right distance, he got two. He can fight Derevyanchenko in the pocket. He can fight him on the outside. But if he get on the inside, then it open it up for Derevyanchenko to win the fight. What up, Lion Killer? We can't hear you. Yo, you on mute.
Yeah, I didn't realize I put myself on mute. What's good, man? What's going on?
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. So you talking Charlo or you talking
Derevyanchenko Charlo?
Derevyanchenko Charlo. I don't know how interesting this fight is going to be, man. I mean, Derevyanchenko doesn't seem like a killer at pro. He definitely knows how to win, but he's more about the scoring, bro. I don't know if he can go for the knockout against a Charlo.
Do we need the knockout?
Maybe not. I don't know.
How much do they like the Charlos? They do intimidate the media.
I don't care about that shit. I want to see.
But it goes into the decision making.
That's true.
What people thought about the Tony Harrison fight.
But this is what I know about the decision making. They usually have dinner with these judges a couple of nights or a night before a fight. So my thing is, like, we know the pay-per-view not gonna do good. So is it worth more than them? The Charlos losing to them? Hey man, I see your point. I think that in the case of Derevyanchenko Charlo, that's going to be unless it's not a knockout, it's going to come down to the judges. And in that case, the judges would favor Charlo. They're the guys on the rise. They're marketable. They're twins. They're boisterous. Derevyanchenko's not marketable. And unfortunately, marketability is the thing and the bad thing about boxing. You have to be marketable in order to exceed expectations, in order to rise above all the bullshit. I literally just got off the phone with Kevin Kelly, and we were talking about this shit. We were talking about how this Charlo card is not an advantage. It's really not an advantage for these guys. We were talking about the price point. We were talking about the fact that nobody really knows these guys outside of the hardcore boxing bubble. Even the casual fans don't necessarily recognize the twin brothers. They got a base in Texas. So, yeah, for inside guys, to answer your question, for inside guys, on a decision, I would favor the Charlos. The judges will favor the Charlos. The only thing is, with the Rosario Charlo fight, he's going to have to fight. That's the big difference between these fights.
I think they both got to fight.
Right, but I really think that Jermell got to fight. Jermell got a fucking fight on his hands.
I feel the other way around about that fight.
How so?
I just think I don't trust Jermell to maintain distance and maintain poise. So I think he's gonna let that white boy on the inside, and it's gonna look like the Korobov fight, minus the counter punching ability. It's gonna look like a firefight
and the power.
Yeah, so I'm not sure Derevyanchenko has the power.
He has the scoring ability though.
But then again, we know he do work up and down.
Yes,
so
he does.
who have you seen the Charlo twins get worked on the body? You know what you're saying in boxing. If you got a granite chin, you go to the body.
Yeah. You
know, so I think he got I think his foot movement has just never impressed me.
No,
he's more of a plotter.
He is a plotter. He sits and he trades. He'll move around a little bit, but there's nothing fantastic about his movement. If he catches you, he can catch you, but I really don't know his power at middleweight either. I think he's powerful. I really think he's a 68 pounder.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's really what he's between 68 and 75. But at the end of the day, Derevyanchenko is a good test because Derevyanchenko does possess skill. Derevyanchenko's not a guy that you think is going to beat your ass though, and only in the case of Triple G, because they fight that same style, and he knew how to
spoke that language.
Yeah, and so there was a neutralizing factor with Derevyanchenko versus Triple G. With Charlo, you look at a more athletic fighter, and even though we think he's a plotter, compared to the two, he can move around pretty well against Derevyanchenko. So I see a guy that's going to be moving a little bit better against a European fighter. I think he's going to establish his jab in order to keep Derevyanchenko from the inside.
And that's another key too. If Derevyanchenko could take that jab away, I think it's going to be a better fight than people anticipate. I don't trust the temperament of Jamal.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it won't be a bad fight. I just don't see it being a barn burner. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's gonna be a barn burner. I think it's gonna be the best fight of the night. That's just my opinion on it.
Well, I don't
trust his temperament.
We'll definitely.
I think he's gonna win by knockout. I don't think this is a situation where you in a hostile situation and You got a side door, you got a back door, you got a corner door. No, nigga, you got one way in and one way out. I just think he gonna have to fight. I think he get the knockout late, but I think he gonna fight. Yeah. He gonna fight. He gonna have to fight his way out. He ain't gonna outbox his boy. I don't see him having the feet to maintain. Ronnie Shields' fighter's been very, very stiff of late. Predictable. Yeah. They punch variety is predictable.
Yeah.
So I really think Derevyanchenko is gonna lose some early rounds, but I think around the third and fourth, fifth round, he gonna find his groove. And if Jamal can't fight on the inside, he will lose if he gets to that point. I just really think that.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I agree with you. I haven't seen anything extraordinary from the Charlos. Especially Jamal at 60. I mean, he's basically fought basic guys. So I can't think of anybody significant that he has fought except Korobov. Korobov was the exception. Korobov was a surprise. Nobody knew Korobov was going to come to the game like that, unless you've been watching the guy.
So what you think? You think Korobov won that fight between me and you?
I think he did.
So. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he won more convincingly than Tony Harrison did.
Yeah, I think he won the fight, bro. So I mean, I'm about being objective, bro, and I
thought he won that fight. I ain't want him to win the fight because I seen him fight Uzatagi.
Yeah, I just think
he was supposed to be. Demetrius Andrade passed up a fight for him for Pete when Peter Quillen dropped that title.
I think over the totality of the fight, Korobov just put in the better, more consistent body of work.
And don't forget, he came down 8 pounds.
Yeah, he did. He was a 68 pounder. So this is a guy that was 35 that took the fight with a week's notice. So
his trainer said something in that fight I just watched. He said that boy wild.
Yep.
He was fighting wild like a wild horse.
Yep.
He was fighting wild. Jordan Richards said Jamal Charlo last two defenses were just people from 54. I don't see the power being a threat to Derevyanchenko. Oh, it's a threat. You gotta respect it when you coming on the inside and you reaching. Mm-hmm. If you punching up or you reaching, or sometimes Derevyanchenko like to jump in with a lead left hook to get on the inside. If he jump in on that left hook from too far, he go to sleep because it's the punch that he don't see coming. That's when you fight when you fight a fighter that can counter punch. Mm-hmm. He's always a threat to knock you out.
Yeah, because it's the punch you're not defending. It's a punch you're not seeing, and a lot of times it's the punch where you're off balance. So a counter punch usually comes after you've exerted a punch, and depending on that type of punch, it leaves you in the most vulnerable position. So
remember he put J-Rock lights out with that. Well, he didn't put it. He put him down with that uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
He's shown that ability to counter punch. You know what I'm saying? So the uppercut gonna be there for Jamal Saturday. It will.
Yeah. What do you think about the other fight?
Oh no, let's get to the undercard. I don't know if you know these guys, so I'm just gonna briefly talk about the undercard.
I'm fairly certain I don't.
All right, I'm pretty sure you do know some of these guys. I guarantee you can see one of them guys from Texas. So hold on.
That don't mean shit to me.
You don't know the Figueroa brothers?
Yeah, I have heard of the Figueroa brothers. Are you talking about the one that fought Spence? One of them?
No, the little boy.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, he fought.
I don't know. Anything under 47 is difficult for me.
So you got Brandon Figueroa taking on Damian Vasquez.
Uh-huh.
I believe, is that the opening fight?
Don't know. Now let me look at it. Let me look at the Showtime card. I got it.
Yeah, look at the Showtime. So I think that's the opening fight card.
Okay, so this is what I'm seeing on the first card, first main card, John Riel Casimiro versus Duke Micah. Then Brandon Figueroa versus Damian Vasquez.
Okay.
And then Jamal Charlo versus Derevyanchenko. So those 3 fights right there.
All right, so the first one you said was Duke Micah and Casimiro. I think I just said Duke Micah was he is a plus $640 underdog, plus 640. He looked in tremendous shape today. He trains with Derevyanchenko with Andre Rosario.
He's 24-0, but they don't have his picture on the damn show.
And they said they said on the telecast that you don't know nothing about he fought. But if you're willing to take an opportunity on Duke Micah, and the thing about John Rayo Kashimura, he's a slow starter. He rises towards the end of the fight. So he knocked out Tite for his title. He was supposed to fight Onuyuwa, but Bob Arum didn't come up with the money. So
what's $50 pay you? What were the odds again?
Half of that plus 64. So $50 would pay you what, $320?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you got $50 to blow, you got $50 to blow. Now you said the other card, the next fight after that was the Amidala fight.
No, the way it's looking for that first card, Brandon Figueroa versus Damian Vasquez.
Here we go. They got it backwards on here.
Yeah.
That fight, I don't know much about Damian Vasquez, but Brandon Figueroa is very, very beatable.
Okay. So he's a traditional Mexican fighter.
Yeah, I mean, he ducked what's that boy from Philly name? He ducked Stephen Fulton. Okay. He very beatable. So that fight, I'm gonna give y'all some betting odds before we move on. I'm not gonna be long. They don't have that fight on the menu, so they don't have any odds on that fight on my bookie. So I don't know. Vasquez seemed pretty confident. So if it's a good betting odds, I mean, you got $20, $30, $50 to blow. Why not? Okay, then you got who else we got? Luis Nery and Aaron Amidala. Amidala is undefeated, so
yeah, that's on the second co-main.
Okay, yeah, okay. Is that the opening second co-main?
No. Daniel Romain versus Juan Carlos Payano.
They got it backwards on here.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Yeah, probably this shit is all fuck. Dude, Showtime is reminding me of Golden Boy's website 2 years ago. You remember that shit? That shit was so fucked up.
Yeah, man. Then you got I'll just go with Nery Amidala. There's some odds on this fight, and I think y'all might like it. Nery did make weight, if that make you feel comfortable. He is a negative $2,215. And his opponent, if you bet $100 on him, you can win $1,155. Damn. So if you believe in the undefeated Amidala, I mean, $50 you would be bringing home the bacon. $100, you know, that might be rent money. I mean, your old lady might be happy. And Amidala is undefeated. Okay.
Shit. This motherfucker lose. You better cry to your bookie.
Damn. You bet $50 to bring you home around like $550.
Shit, I might take that bet. Drop $250 on this motherfucker real quick.
All right, Danny Roman and Juan Carlos Pena. All right, Pena is a good fighter. I think he only got stopped by Onuyuwa, and he got stopped on the chin. I mean, when you talking about sleep, so Danny Roman.
I've seen that guy fight before, Payano.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, and they don't have no odds on his fight either. So that's the end. He's a good fighter, but Danny Roman is a real he a good fighter. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
So I think that's gonna be a good fight. And then we get to your fight. Jamil Charlo came in at 153 3/4, and Rosario came in at 53 1/2.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on to the chat. Kid Bud, please take the super chat. Roger, I see you. Milton Rivera said Charlo been bringing guys from 54. Man, to be honest, like who really available at 160? I mean, he did duck Demetrius Andrade, and then obviously the Canelo thing. But other than that, I mean, before we move on to that fight, when you look at the 160-pound landscape, I'm gonna name some guys off for y'all. Give me a minute. I'm gonna name some guys off. You tell me who you want him to fight, because he is moving up to eventually fight Benavidez in the near future. You got Jaime Munguia. He ain't fighting nobody. He fighting Derevyanchenko, Liam Williams, Camille Zamata, Sluggy. He been beat up. Torian Johnson. He fighting Jaime on the 30th of October. Escovade Falcoa, Dennis Hogan. He fought him. Some guy name I can't pronounce. Brandon Adams, Gabriel Rosado, Hugo Centennial Jr. He fought two of those three. Jason Quigley. This division is weaker than what you think. Michael Fox somewhere in there. Patrick Wajakijak. It's just really nobody in this division.
It's a 3-man division at best. At best.
Yeah, I mean,
it really truly is.
It's nobody at this division that,
because
you know what I'm saying?
because the guys that should be at the division, CJ, like Triple G, who should do the right thing and fight the guys that should take his spot officially. He won't fight anybody. I mean, who was I talking to? I was talking to Nate about that shit today. This guy won't fight anybody. We looked at his resume. So that guy's gone. He's fucking around. He's fighting some motherfucker from outer Mongolia or something like that.
And he asked for that mandatory. He asked for that mandatory. He
just like the Matt Rosen fight. He asked for that. He picked around it. I mean, he was trying to fight Munguia. This guy is not a threat to anybody with ability. He's a threat to anybody that takes out the trash for a living. And now you got a situation where this division is a three-man horse race, and nobody's going to fight each other. Andrade, he fucked himself the moment he signed a professional fight contract. His whole career's been fucked up ever since.
He's still paying them people too.
Right. So Andrade will never fight anybody credible, and it's really his fucking fuck up. It's not anybody else's.
He turned down Korobov for a title, danced around Lara, pulled out versus Jamel.
Yeah,
I mean, he got all the ability in the world. And it's just like, dude, he gonna be one of those guys where some YouTube kid gonna come 20-30 down there. How good was Demetrius Andrade?
You'll never know. You'll never fucking know, because
you look at Terrence Crawford and you thought that would be Demetrius Andrade.
I honestly think he's I think something mental with that cat, bro. I agree. I think he has an issue.
I think he got dumb daddy syndrome.
Dumb daddy?
Dumb daddy. He's a daddy boy.
Yeah.
Remember Roy Jones' daddy wouldn't let him get off the toilet. He had to get rid of his daddy. People forget that. Roy daddy had him fighting what was the Joker on the side? One of them clowns that go to the hospital. He had him fighting them guys.
Yeah.
He had him fight mimes and grocery store clerks, and he had him fighting the UK diet. He had him on the UK diet.
Soul Train dances.
You ain't lying, bro. He might. Hey, Roy Jones might have fought. What's my man's name? The Soul Train guy. What's his name? I watched the show too. The main guy that started. Black I don't know who. Don Cornelius.
Don Cornelius.
He might have fought Don Cornelius in the late 80s.
Shit, man. Roy just trying to get it in where he can fit in, man.
His daddy had him doing that shit. And when he cut his daddy off, that's when he ended up fighting James Toney. Roy was a self-promoter.
Yeah.
So Roy was confident enough to jump on Top Rank and get a win despite the Roy had a lot of pressure fighting guys.
Yeah.
Demetrius Andrade is a daddy's boy. His daddy is telling him to take all these deals and he got dumb daddy syndrome. Okay? That's what he got. I don't think he's slow. His daddy is he ain't never took his daddy titty out of his mouth. That
sounded funny. Is his father from Atria, or is his mom from Atria? I know he's half.
I don't know.
Because if it's his dad, that makes sense. Those cats could be controlling as fuck. So, I mean, family's big, depending on what part of the country is, you're Muslim, so I can understand that. But as far as Demetrius Andrade, I wrote him off. I'm not.
You don't write him off because of ability. You write him off because
I'm writing him off because he fucked his career up.
The business side.
Right. So he won't fight anybody of significance. He never will.
Nope. When he fought Billy Joe Saunders, he took that shit up his ass. It was a wrap on that one.
Yep.
And Billy Joe about to get Canelo. That just show you how boxing politics go. Solid child salute.
Well, that's how Canelo career go, and that's something. Like I said, that's something me and Kevin Kelly were just talking about. I'm gonna tell you about that off air. I'll tell you about that conversation because he shed some light on me about a lot of shit on how that shit is working on the business side. So the middleweight division is a black hole. That's all I got to say about it. It's on some fuck shit. Now, the junior middleweight division, that's a different motherfucker. That's the alternate universe.
That's poverty.
Yep.
You gotta fight you gotta fight. Ain't no picking. That's the closest thing to UFC gonna get.
Yep. Totally agree.
As far as weight classes that y'all care about. Now, you go down to 22, 18, them motherfuckers gotta fight too because ain't no money up there.
Right.
That's the thing about taking the money. When you paying everybody good in boxing, I'm not gonna walk down a dangerous street if I can get there down a less dangerous street. Everybody got another option. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
down those 118, 122, them and 154, you gotta fight.
Yep.
Ain't no two ways about it. You gotta fight.
Yeah. 54 right now. 54 got to be 12 deep, bro. It's 12 deep, easy.
I mean, it might be, hey man, and that's just some of the guys you don't know of.
Right. But I'm talking about the guys I know of. It's minimum 12 deep.
You look at that division. You got Lubin, Sergio Garcia, Tony Harrison, Julian Williams, Jesse.
Lubin wasn't on that list when you said that to me.
Tim Tszyu, Kell Brook, Jack Colcly, Carlos Adames, Liam Smith,
Samosa,
Magnum Kabav. Remember the dude that fought Miguel Cotto, like one of his last fights, Takashi Inouye?
Yep.
I think was that him? It was another one of them dudes. You got Chris Algieri somehow ranked there, Anthony Fowler, Jamonte Clark, who some people think beat Jason Rosario a while back. You got Sebastian Fondora, the 6'5" guy.
Yeah.
You got Terrell Goucher. You got a lot of different guys here, man.
That shit deeper than horse pussy. Shit.
Charles Conwell, another guy, Dr. Blick guy, Ted Cheeseman. Yeah, that division a problem, bro. Jeff Horn still hanging on, ranked at the end. That division is
that's the deepest division in the sport, bar none. And yeah, I mean, you can't get around anybody.
Ohio Run Boxing salute.
What's up, Marcus? What's going on, bro?
He say Cotto last. Yeah, not Saddam Ali. He fought that when he first came back. I can't remember that guy. I'm gonna pull his name up that Cotto fought. That dude was pressuring the shit out of Cotto, dog.
But you got two guys that are over 6'5" at 54 too, right? You got the Samosa kid, and you got that other kid,
Leon Lawson III, the Darrell's nephew.
Yeah, so you
got. I think his daddy was the one that punched the referee. And Darrell and what was it? Uzataki fight.
Yeah, I remember that.
I get why he did it. I get it because I was there that night when Arthur Abraham knocked him down with illegal shot. My fault. That was Yoshi Kamagai. My bad. It wasn't me. I get it.
I remember the brother hitting the ref and being the Darrell's.
Yeah, because when Arthur Abraham did it, I finished this shit. I said I quit. I finished this shit. Look here, man. I was at that fight. I didn't know nothing until I went home. All right. So I get it. When you see your nephew get dropped like that and it happened again and you don't get slow motion or replay, he just reacted. But yeah, you got 265 junior middleweight. I think Leon Lawson gonna outgrow that weight class before
I think more than half that weight class is going to middleweight in the next 24 months. And it's still gonna be deep. It's still gonna be a deep ass division.
Because them dudes from 47 gonna come up there. Al Heyman ain't stupid.
Yeah, that's why none of those guys are moving up. They're just, I mean, Errol Spence should be at 54, 60. He should have been there 2 years ago. Real talk.
I think Al Heyman, I think it's scripted for them.
Well, you know what? Scripts burn all the time. Hollywood always toss out scripts or steal them. You know, these motherfuckers, I mean, time is not infinite. Errol Spence will be, he just turned 30. Canelo just turned 30. All these guys, I mean, this is the next phase. So people got to do some moving. Like I said, and like I said, when I talk to you in private, man, I ain't paying for shit that don't excite me. You know, we gonna call.
Hold on. My bad. I know. I ain't mean Saddam Ali was his last fight. That's my bad. But yeah, before we move on, you got some couple other fights. You got Dr. Toast, the Fight Doctor, taking on Breida tomorrow. Let me read those odds out. I guess it'll be boxing all day tomorrow. If you ain't at home doing nothing, ESPN Plus, The Zone tomorrow. They'll all have fights on tomorrow. The odds for Dr. Toast and Breida is Dr. Toast is he the underdog, so $100 to get you 130. Breida is negative 150. You got to bet 150 to win 100. And in my opinion, I think I don't know what type of shape these guys is in since the pandemic. But I would take, if they both is what I seen them the last time, I would take the Cuban, Dr. Toast, to win. So I think that's an easy $130 to win. But Breida is a good fighter as well. So don't get it twisted. Then tomorrow you got Josh Taylor is returning. I don't know his opponent. I just know it'll be on ESPN Plus. But he'll fight his IBF mandatory come tomorrow. So tomorrow you got Taylor on ESPN Plus, the end of the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight. is going to be on the Zone. And then tomorrow you have the Showtime pay-per-view. And don't forget, you got Adesanya on UFC taking, what's his name, Acosta?
Mm-hmm.
And they just had a crazy weigh-in.
It's Costa. It's Costa.
So
Yeah.
they had a crazy weigh-in. It looked like Acosta pulled out a white belt and threw it in Adesanya's face.
Yeah, he did, and Adesanya threw it back, and Adesanya's about to get real. That's the fight of the fucking day tomorrow. Hate to break it to everybody. That's going to be the pay-per-view that's going to do close to 1 million buys, if not 1 million plus. That's a pay-per-view because it was built correctly. It took a year to build that fight, and that's how you do it. And that's how Dana White, when he comes into boxing here in the next couple of weeks, is going to be doing it. So this dude is literally, and Dana White's coming into the game where there's a big fucking void, and he's the only guy in combat sports that knows how to promote fights at this point, in my eyes.
And I say a furthest second is Eddie Hearn.
A very far second.
Eddie Hearn, because he's young, he's innovative.
Yeah,
he's the only guy in boxing that has different. I'm not saying he's the second best promoter. I'm saying he's the closest to being the current gen promoter, but he's a distant second from Dana White.
Yeah, but shit, I mean, his cars, man, you be had 36 fights on that goddamn card. Be there for 2 or 3 days trying to fucking see that whole card out.
Yeah, he got to get rid of that model.
Yeah, that's that British shit. Model. Yeah, come in at 8 a.m. and shit. You'll be here.
Remember, he was the one that started doing Instagram Live with the fighters, and then PBC started doing it. And
yeah,
he got a brain.
He doesn't have the foundation here, and plus he works for a fucking third rate company. Let's call it what it is. The Zone. I was probably the first person to just say on board the Zone's gonna fail and how it's gonna fail, and everybody, now my timeline was off, but everything I said that would happen is happening. Everything I said is happening. They got money trouble. Money was going to be the issue. You got to be able to make money in order to spend money, and vice versa. Yeah, they spent up front, but they blew their load. And now, what do you got? You got Canelo don't want to fight. You got motherfuckers trying to rearrange contracts and shit. This is the game of boxing. Nobody knows how to promote in the States anymore. Nobody knows how to put these fights in front of people. You got to build stars, people. You got to build stars. And you know how you build stars? They fight every fucking body. They don't fight who you pick and select, and then you try to, create propaganda. You fight everybody. Period. Sorry, I'm a little soapy today.
General Pender, salute. Yeah, Dana White coming to box. He got an announcement. I guess he said it's next week. I heard it. He said, all Stop Sports say, I told somebody I've been watching the Charlos for years, at least 5 years before I even heard of Israel. And UFC is going to crush boxing tomorrow. Crazy, yep. General Pender, salute. He said, what's up, Lion Killer? JW Sports TV said, what's up, Lion Killer?
What's up, General Pender?
But yeah, man. I mean, Asante used to be a kickboxer. Apparently, Mike on Sports said he got knocked out as a kickboxer.
I saw that fight. He got caught. Kickboxing is a different motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, I know. It comes on ESPN every blue noon, and it got crazy paced, and I enjoy watching it.
Let's put it this way. When you kick motherfucker with a leg, that shit's coming 2 to 3 times faster than a jab. And it's the heavier limb. But Adesanya, if I remember correct, got caught with a looping right hand and got KO'd. But I mean, his kickboxing record is actually pretty fucking decent though. He wasn't trash. He was pretty fucking good. But his kickboxing, bro, shit,
anything can happen.
Yep. Adesanya's a beast, but in this fight, Adesanya's gonna have to take Costa past the third round. Those first 3 rounds, Costa is very dangerous. The drawback for Costa is his stamina. If he's having to work a lot in those first 3 rounds, and he doesn't get Adesanya out, those back 2 is gonna be tough for him.
That's where like I haven't seen a lot of them, but it seemed like he an aggressive fighter.
Costa's very aggressive.
It sounds like if Adesanya can get a counter early on, maybe he can get him out of there.
But the thing is, this dude took shots from Yair Romero, and Romero Ramiro's giving him the business, and he withstood it, but he was getting beat on a little bit. It was a damn good fight.
But it seemed like that Asanya guy got some type of he got some accuracy though.
He has accuracy. But it's gonna take some. He's gonna have to weather a storm. That kid's a brute, bro. This is gonna be a good ass fight.
Yeah. Everything I'm hearing about it is gonna be.
It's gonna be a fight. This might be the fight of the year if it goes the way I'm thinking in my head.
Man, what about is Khabib still fighting Justin Gaethje, or they called that off?
I'm not certain. I know. They're talking about this new kid that's from the same area, this Muslim kid that they touting who knocked out a motherfucker real bad last week. I can't remember his name. I can't even pronounce his name. But when Khabib fight, I'm ready to watch it because I know what I'm gonna get with Khabib. You're gonna get ass whooping. That's
if we got to go outside the cage, you whoop some ass then too.
Yep. I mean, Khabib about beating that ass. It ain't even anything else on it. He ain't gonna fuck around in the fight. He ain't gonna try to outscore you. If he gets you on the ground, he gonna pummel your ass, and that's what he's about. So, even his choke. Go ahead.
Sports say hopefully Rosario and Charlo get delayed like how Canelo delayed his fight. No, they ain't gonna. I mean, that main event gonna come on at 1, right? With Adesanya.
What time what time does the card start? I hadn't even looked. Let me look.
See the card on October 26th got pushed to the afternoon with Khabib.
Okay.
Wherever he fight, they got pushed to the afternoon in the UK. So I'm thinking that Adesanya card is gonna be coming on around. They over there in the UAE, right?
Yeah, UFC.
So yeah, that shit gonna come on about 1 o'clock, bro. 12:30. The Charlo card gonna be done. Where the Charlo's fighting at? They in Connecticut.
Yeah, they in a place nobody give a fuck about. That's the other problem. And no shade on Connecticut. Connecticut's beautiful, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about when it comes to fights.
Yeah,
okay. This shit gonna be like 12. 12. It's gonna start at 12 a.m., bro.
Yeah, it's at the Mohegan Sun. So they gonna be the Charlo card start off at 7, then the other one start off at I think 9.
Yeah, the main card starts off at 9 p.m. So that means that fight gonna be like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, so they should be done. The Charlo card should be done.
And so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, 12 to 12:30.
So one start at 7, and the other Charlo card start at 9, right?
Yeah, but those are only 3 cards of. Those are only 3 fights a card. So
yeah, they got an intermission in there too.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing about right 9. That 3 card to go on. They'll be done by 11:30, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be done. So what you think about Jamel and Rosario?
That's the fight I want to see in boxing.
See, you feel that way about Rosario. I feel that way about the Derevyanchenko fight.
Yeah. If Rosario, and this is my feeling. If Rosario that fought J-Rock shows up, that's all I want. If anything else shows up, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm hoping and I believe that this kid's gonna show up. He wants the goods. Jermell Charlo believes he already has the goods. So what you're looking at is a guy who thinks he has everything in his hands, and another guy who wants respect. So when those type of guys meet, it should be fireworks, man. It should honestly be fireworks.
Yeah, I think it should. I think it should be fireworks when they meet. But I'm just not sold on Rosario.
Yeah,
I did a lot of film work on him. I ain't sold, man. But I ain't sold.
But sometimes some events, it could take one event, it could take a couple of events that could turn somebody into something else. This might have been that event in the J-Rock fight.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. But we gotta see.
I don't know, man. This the one where and he is. I'm gonna give if you feeling that froggy. If you think Rosario gonna win, let me give you some good news.
I didn't say that. I
said if you think he gonna win, let me give you some good news. If you a Rosario believer, he is a plus 375 tomorrow. So $100 gets you around $400. for Charlo to win tomorrow, you got to bet 500 to win 100.
This is the thing about Jamel, bro. Jamel, if you get him out of his comfort zone, if you get him emotionally wrecked, he's not right. He can come unraveled. If this kid is pounding on him like he was pounding on J-Rock, I don't think it's in Jamel's best interest to trade with this dude. I just don't.
But I don't know if he's a trader.
I don't know, but his tendencies. I'm thinking of that last Harrison fight. He was trading with Harrison.
He was trading, but he has a tendency. He got a tendency to let you work, and then when you're done working, he got a tendency to jump in with a left hook right hand or a jab right hand. He has that tendency. But if
Rosario stays on that ass like he stayed on J-Rock, and again, I want the best fucking possible fighter. It's not me leaning towards one fighter or the other. I just want the best possible fighter. And so if this dude is pressuring Jamal Charlo, I want to see how Jamel Charlo. I want to see how Jamel handles that. You know,
my whole thing is this: if he was to win this fight, Rosario, if he pressured Charlo, when he reset, he could not take a picture. He gonna have to be able to time Charlo jumping in. He got to time him jumping in, and he has to avoid the punishment. That's my whole thing about it. Because if you backing Charlo up, like Harrison was, Harrison would reset, take a picture of his work, and Charlo would gather himself and jump in with a left hook right hand or a jab right hand. And he would jump in recklessly. He hasn't fought nobody that can counter him and make him pay for his reckless aggression. His aggression is telegraphed.
Mm-hmm.
Charlo lets you know when he punching.
Right.
When he's jumping, when he's coming back, when he's punching, he's winding every punch up. The only punch that I can think of that mattered that he didn't wind in the second Tony Harrison is when he countered him with that left hook on the inside. He just threw it. His punches don't flow like water. His punches are, he's winding his shots up. But nobody has made him pay for his reckless aggression because none of these dudes in this division can counterpunch.
But this is the thing about boxing and any sport. A guy can be a certain way for so long, and then the lights come on. And so what I saw with Rosario was the light come on. The key is the light still on? And we're going to see that tomorrow night. Is the light still on?
I don't think so. I think it was a bleep.
Could be.
I think it was a blip.
You know, that it could be, it may not be. But if it's the case where the light is still on, God damn it, I'm gonna be excited because it's been a while since I've seen a great fight.
I saw the way you feel about this fight is where I feel about the Derevyanchenko. I just don't believe in Rosario enough.
Right, and I get it. You're looking at the body of work, and I see it too. But boxing, the greatest term that can be applied to boxing is what have you done for me lately? And what Rosario's done for me lately is show me that he can knock a motherfucker out and he can beat that ass and stay on a motherfucker like white on rice. And I've not seen a guy stay on Jamel Charlo. I haven't watched that fight. If that fight exists, I need to go watch it. But
Monterosian?
I didn't see that fight, so I'll have to watch it. So but Monterosian is not the puncher that this Rosario kid is. And so if this kid keeps that pressure on, how does Jamel Charlo handle it?
I don't think he could take it on the chops, bro.
He may not, but I just want to see a good ass fight. That's it. I mean,
I look at it as you got a guy with a good chin in Charlo. You got a guy with Rosario who got knocked out by Nathaniel Gallimore with a left hook.
Yeah,
and never recovered. Now he said he wasn't in the best of shape. It was his first fight in America. I just don't feel no confidence in Rosario.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have no confidence in him.
Well, Rod Rodriguez kind of puts it best. He says so many uncertainties with Rosario. Went the distance with Coda, got KO'd by Gallimore, and KO'd by J-Rock. And KO J-Rock. You just don't know what Rosario. Exactly. He's unpredictable. And sometimes in this sport, you need unpredictability because predictability has been fucking us for 5 or 6 years. Easy. All the predictable bullshit that we've been seeing. So I want a little unpredictability. We need it.
I think he tailor-made for Jamel.
He could be.
He could be.
But I'm gonna enjoy watching.
I think I picked 8th or 9th. I don't think he got enough ability to win this fight. I just don't see him win. And if he is gonna win this fight, it's gonna be countering Jamel or making Jamel fight him on the inside. The kid can fight on the inside a little bit. I just look at the Jamel Charlo chin as the deciding factor in his experience level.
But I think that you and I are starved, and like a lot of people are so starved for great boxing that we overemphasize guys' abilities. You know, we enhance abilities. Jamel Charlo hadn't been put to the test in my eyes against someone that's as equally skilled or has better skill. What we're seeing in this junior middleweight division, we got after this fight with Rosario, you got a long fucking list of people to fight, and they all present different challenges. Except Lubin. Lubin's not in that top 12 that I was talking about. I don't fuck with Lubin like that because after what we saw last week, bro, I'm like, come on, dog. I mean, I watched a slap boxing match for like 8 rounds, and then he got clipped.
Hold on, Lito Roy said Maul knocks out Dirt Sergey. Mill goes 12 but win. If Mill go 12 but wins, it's a plus 260 on a prop bet. So if you believe Mill going the distance and win, or it's a technical, I think, or is it hold on, I'm gonna read this prop bet again. Give me a minute.
Oh, good. I got about 10 more minutes anyway. I gotta get kids ready for bed.
All right, so his prop bet is Charlo by decision or technical decision, a plus 260. Charlo by KO, TKO, or disqualification is a negative 165. Rosario by KO or TKO or disqualification is a plus 650. Technical draw or draws plus 2,000. Rosario by decision or technical decision plus 1,000. He said that's Goucher fought. I mean, Lubin should have took some chances. He didn't take no chances. When he did, he got hurt.
Yep.
By a dude with no power.
Yeah, I mean, he made that motherfucker do the Aunt Viv in the ring. Shit. What was it?
So who you got winning this fight?
Charlo Rosario.
Mm-hmm.
The smart money says Charlo. The excitement factor says Rosario. The potential excitement factor. This is the thing. He's either going to go out on his shield or he's going to knock this dude out. I don't think he wins the decision. He might be able to outwork Charlo. Honestly, CJ, I can't predict this fight that well. Because maybe it's because
gun to your head. Who winning, bro? In the chat, who y'all got winning, Rosario or Charlo?
Gun to my head. I've had that happen before. I'm worried about that.
5 guns at your head. Who you got winning? Coffee salute. You got to pick one. There ain't no walking the fence. I got Charlo.
I'm gonna pick Rosario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to pick out of.
You know, I try to be objective, nigga. Shit.
He picking Rosario. I don't see Charlo having no problems tomorrow. This is gonna be an easy unification bout for him. Well, I don't trust Rosario one fucking bit.
You know how we are on phone calls. It's gonna be like that because if he starts fucking up, you know I'm gonna say how bad it is. I'm gonna break down everything he's doing fucking wrong. You know, and from his toes to his shoulders.
Lee say banana, young Felix Trinidad. Oh, he better be Trinidad and motherfucking Kodo reincarnated. Ohio run boxing. Boy, Marcus said Rosario is more of a come forward fighter, which makes it easier for Charlo to land the knockout shot. Charlo has trouble with boxers with good lateral movement, but the style is perfect for Charlo. Yeah. Exactly what I'm saying. That's what I feel about it.
But I'm placing a bet on a guy turning the lights on, and it's not necessarily an intellectual bet. It's an emotional bet.
But Charlo got problems with people pressuring him to come forward too. I think John Jackson pressured him. Vinaz pressured him. He don't deal well with pressure. So, when he's backing up, he has a face. He has that look of uncertainty. If you ever see Charlo being backed up by Harrison didn't have the gas in the tank I think Rosario may have. Yeah. So a lot of times Harrison would have Charlo in a compromising position, and he stops and he looks at his work, and Charlo is able to recover. I think if Rosario is able to keep the pressure and the on him and effective pressure, he might have a chance to win.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I mean, honestly, these fights have potential. The only fuck up was the $75 for the pay-per-view. That shit should have been on fucking CBS or fucking Fox.
CBS ain't showing nothing. They can show one half on CBS and one half on Fox.
They could have did a double header with Golden Girls and shit, reruns and all that shit.
Ain't nothing coming on CBS but 60 Minutes, NCIS, 2.5 Men.
Arthritis Is Us. Osteoporosis. This is shit.
Hey, look, even the paid programming infomercial come on during that time, my brother.
Well, fucking, hey, come and get the Excite bike. You can run and talk and do everything you can. CBS is fucked up. old folks network, boy.
Without the SEC, they'd be in trouble.
And like I said last night, that shit sound like old folks music too. All them trumpets and shit. I want to hear some fucking hip hop.
You ain't lying. He said, Lito Ross said, I heard Rosario could really crack. Yeah, I heard he can crack with both hands. That's what Nate Gallimore said. But I just think I'm betting on Charlo chin. Now, you can't always rely on the chin. At some point, the toughest chin got an expiration date if you hang around long enough.
Yeah, chin's got a finite number of punches they can take.
Yep.
And the person that exemplified that most was Jared Hurd. His shit got used up real quick. and he'll never be the same. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Him moving up to middleweight does not help him. It's actually a bad thing. And so when you fight in a Mexican style, you got to be tempered in a Mexican style. You just can't learn that shit as a grown man. So, and that's what he did. So you're not built for that.
Unless you're Marvin Hagler and you get out early.
Yep. But, Marvin Hagler came up in a fucking time where a fucking bum could get you out.
You ain't lying, bro. He had some close losses that some of them dudes would whoop these dudes' ass today. I think Willie Monroe dad beat him, didn't he?
I'd have to look, but
yeah, I think Willie Monroe, the fighter, his father beat Marvin Hagler, I think, or Robin, one of the two. Hold on. E-Right guy said in Super Chat, Rosario going to fold up under the bright lights. He's a one-hit wonder. If you watch his other fights, he's not impressive. In my opinion, that's what I seen on tape. I'm just going off what if he show up tonight, good, great for us. But
and you guys in the chat gotta realize I'm not going off the tape. I'm going off the latest fight. Because sometimes that latest fight could be the flip of the switch. That could be that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that guy comes to the fight.
Jeffrey Sharp agreed with you. He said Charlo getting stopped. So he agreed with you.
If he fucking trades with that kid, I think he will. I think Charlo has to buy.
Between me and you, I hope Charlo lose. I ain't gonna hold you up. Fuck Jamil Charlo, bro. Ohio Run Boxing. He said if Rosario can take Charlo punch, it's going to be a long ass night for Charlo, and Killer is going to win. I agree. I think that's the number one question for Rosario to answer. I think it's an answer for both of them. I think we look at Charlo chin and say, but what's the biggest puncher he fought?
Yeah,
Tony Harrison. John Jackson?
It's probably John Jackson.
Either Tony Harrison or John Jackson got to be one of the two biggest punchers he fought. So, I think and John Jackson was beating that butt. He said Jamonte Clark and Rosario is a telltale. I mean, but he did say he got in his defense, he got a new trainer. He said he'd been training in a halfway house where he not allowed to go outside at a certain time. And if he eat anything he not supposed to, they put him out. So it seems like he's changed his career. He's changed his.
It sounds like discipline has been changed. Yeah. And so, again, I think a lot of people rely too heavily on what a person did before when it comes to a turnaround. You have to understand something. This dude won a fucking title, and he didn't just win the title. He beat a motherfucker's ass for the title. And the way that he beat that guy's ass, based on a prior history, you have to look at it differently. Y'all talking about the past, but as CJ mentioned, different trainer, different discipline. So this is what I'm factoring. I'm not factoring all the fuck ups of the past. I mean, if we lived on all the fuck ups of the past, most of us would commit suicide. Shit. I mean, some people can't handle fucking up. So this dude's been able to overcome his own fuck ups, and he showed that he can be a champion. He showed that he can win a belt at least. So let's see if he can be a champion tomorrow and continue what we saw he started in that last fight against J-Rock. That's all I'm saying. Even
Jamal Charlo didn't beat J-Rock like that. He was getting his ass beat the majority of that fight, but Lito Ross say facts. You got to understand, no one wants to let their belt go, bring a whole other vibe. That's true. That's true. And it sounded like Team Charlo was underestimating him for what I just read.
That's how I feel about it. And General Pender says, but if it was J-Rock, we know J-Rock was a spotty fighter. But man, champion's champion. You know, J-Rock spotty. It's a lot of motherfucking spotty. 54, y'all got to understand, 54 is a parity division.
A spotty guy just beat Jamil Charlo.
Yeah, anybody.
And then you can make a case he was beating that ass the second fight.
Yep. Anybody can beat anybody in that division. That is the truth. It is that type of division. It's like what the NFL used to be. Well, maybe
hold on. He said Asaya runs boxing again. She said Rosario said my Ohio boy Clark out the ring. Shake my head. Y'all remember that fight? Wasn't that on Bounce TV? That's an AB fighter, Jamonte Clark. He's another tall 154 pounder.
Yeah.
And rest in power to Trevion Manziel. He was another big 154 fighter who till he lost his life.
We just have to stop. Boxing is a fight to fight basis situation. Some motherfuckers can look like trash forever, and then a light switch turns on. You know, we talk about Henry Armstrong. Motherfucker lost the first 4 out of 5 fights he had. It ends up winning 170 fucking fights.
Bernard Hopkins lost his pro debut.
Right. So, I mean, people live and they learn. And so sometimes it takes people a little bit. Rosario's a young dude. And so, like I said, I'm hoping this guy continues what he started in the J-Rock fight. That's all I want. Because if he does that, we got a great fucking fight. And all I want is great fights. I personally don't care who wins as long as I see a great fight. Because that's what I'm needy for as a former amateur boxer, as a fight fan. I want to see a great fight. I'm tired of this bullshit. And I'm not, I mean, even the shit I'm not paying for, I'm not gonna watch bullshit. If y'all listen to the conversation me and CJ have in private watching fights, well, y'all go ahead.
That's worth money for those conversations. Patrick White said Rosario is unifying in 23 fights, took Charlo 30-something fights. He said Velocity Cruz say pay-per-view numbers predicting. What you think the numbers looking like?
I'd be surprised if it breaks 50K.
Woo!
I really would.
Woo! I was at least gonna say 100K.
Nah, I don't think it'll do 100. I think it's gonna break. I'd be surprised if it breaks 50K, bro.
Woo!
You talking about $75, bro?
True. It was. I heard they wanted to cut it to 60. They said no.
If they had made that motherfucker $35 or $40, they would do $500,000 buys because they're not known. They're not known.
They ain't market this neither.
No. I got a 10-minute promo the other day.
Juice Lee said 120K. What y'all think the pay-per-view do in the comment section? General Pendant say J-Rock has the best. Hold on. He said, I think J-Rock has a I don't know what that is. Has the best at, I don't know, brute with no skill. Swift was heavy-footed and ate every punch from. I think in both of those fights they underestimated their opponent. I think J-Rock underestimated his opponent, and I think Hurd underestimated Williams. But we'll see. I just think Rosario ain't who they say he is. I need more. I'm more of a guy that I need the security. Oh, I hope he is. Janko said 25K.
And you know what, CJ? There's credence to the number that I'm throwing out there because what was it last week? You said you had reported that Lubin and what's his name did like 150 high and about 100.
Was it 150 high? Maybe it was 150, and the low was 108.
Right, 108. So that was on Showtime.
Yeah, no, hold on. We'll get to Ohio question.
That was on fucking Showtime.
And it's on Showtime. So I mean, you can't even name how many fights they had do over 1 million since PBC came over there. Only fight I know was Ortiz and Wilder. He said my Ohio boy Buster Douglas' only win on his resume was against Tyson. So yes, I can agree with Lion Killer.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Guns and Entertainment, I bought the pay-per-view already. Velocity City said 400,000 streams. Strong. Strong, my nigga. 200,000. They getting radio pulled down in Texas. Well, if they can just win Texas, bro, they can do 150.
Bro, hey, Jeremy Holmes, I'm a Texan. I'm from Dallas, man. I love the Charlos. I love the fact that they Texans. I'm just a realist. And I hope they do. I really do hope they do big numbers. I'm being objective. I'm being honest. I'm seeing the lack of promotion.
Jeffrey Sharp said 300K. He said, I've heard on the radio spots and TV commercials on fights. So where you live at, Gold L Boogie? I ain't heard shit in Detroit.
I don't listen to the radio, so I would be,
Guns Entertainment 82. He said they're gonna break 150 mark for show. We'll see. What's a win or a loss to y'all for this? A pay-per-view number. What's a win and a loss?
Shit. Over 50K.
Remember Crawford and Victor Posto they only did like 70K. 70,000 buys, book it, I'm streaming it. He said, Lion Killer, I ain't down your knowledge, champ. I know General Pender, you and CJ, nice with breakdown. He says it's different, getting more definitely getting more streams than buys. That's everything now. Even the NBA getting more streams than buys. NFL getting more streams than buys.
Yeah.
Jeremy Holmes said 100,000 is a win. Go L Boogie said I'm from Texas. Okay, they marketing they area. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. If you down in Houston, you probably hearing it, but I don't hear it in Dallas Fort Worth, and that's just being real. And I don't, like I said, I don't listen to the radio, but I got a TV. I have phones. I get notifications. I watch a lot of news. I'm not seeing.
Let me ask you a question. How many YouTube ads have you seen them run on this?
Not a motherfucker.
Me neither. Have you seen the Adesanya
They ran so many commercials. I can make a package.
They had a 2-minute commercial. I watched it.
Yeah, like I said,
that engaging.
Like I said, they've ran so many ads on YouTube at Adesanya and Costco. I can make a package of toilet paper, a Costco package.
Kobe 2K fan said a win is 50K because that UFC card ain't no joke. He said over 50K.
I wasn't joking. I'm not joking, bro. I'm not being funny.
Guns Entertainment said, I ain't hearing nothing in Cali. If it wasn't for YouTube videos, I wouldn't even know the fight. Well, hey, YouTube doing more promoting.
Right.
As far as us.
General Pendant, no, they're from Houston, bro. Houston is 4 hours away. Shit. They from H-Town.
Yep. He said, I'll be watching the UFC fight. But let me talk about this and we can wrap it up about this fight. Some numbers came out about the Kell Brook and the Terrence Crawford fight, and something interesting came out about that fight as well, too. They're actually thinking about doing a fight in Omaha. Omaha! Get the mic. In my Peyton Manning voice. So they thinking about moving that fight to Omaha. Crawford said on IFL TV right in the middle of the pandemic that they really didn't have that many cases in Omaha. So that'd be a good look for Crawford and Kell Brook to get some gate money. We know Crawford and Danny Garcia is in the process of moving down there to Jerry World in Dallas, Texas, or Arlington to be exact. So I mean, now we probably see some fans in the stands of some of these fights. So they're not gonna just let that gate money go. Make sure to check out Lion Killer Podcast. He just posted something in the chat. So click on that and check his channel out. That 52 salute. So also, they making a nice chunk of change. ESPN kind of spending some money. Kell Brook is making $2 million and Crawford is gonna make $4 million for that fight. So Crawford said that he wasn't taking nothing less than his $3.5 million minimum. He's gonna make $4 million. him and Kell Brook is gonna fight. So salute to Kell Brook, but I would believe it when they're in the ring, when I see they both in the ring, because Kell Brook, he got that pullout game.
I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all probably don't know about old Cowboy Stadium, but that fucking light bill is $1 million a day.
Damn.
So when they open that bitch up, they ain't bullshitting. You got to pay. So that site fee alone has to be ridiculous. I know that for a fact. It's $1 million a day.
So Danny Garcia got a write-off on that too to move the venue. They was going. The original plan was to have it at the Microsoft Theater, and if they can have fans in California, to move it to the Staples. So, I mean, for Kell Brook and Crawford, that's a nice piece of chunk of change to come off of. $6 million. ESPN. I mean, they also stepped in and paid for Teofimo Lopez's purse too. So it was a nasty rumor that Lomachenko gave money back so Teofimo could make the fight. That was a lie. He addressed that on somebody's channel. So, ESPN is putting their money where their mouth is. Oscar Valdez and Miguel Pichet, December 12th. And they're not charging on pay-per-view. You go right to ESPN and watch these fights happen. So, I mean, you can't get mad. You're getting, October 3rd? You're getting, man, I'm drawing the blank. Y'all know the fight that was supposed to happen. Ivan Barashnik and Jose Zepeda. So, they doing a good. I mean, ESPN is spending some money. I guess with the lack of college football games, they have a budget that they got some money left over. And obviously Showtime has a budget that they spending because they got better fights than Fox.
Yeah. I was so ecstatic about the Fox PBC pairing initially. Talk about getting fucked over. Just completely fucked over, man. Also, I want to going back to the Terrence Crawford Kell Brook thing. It's really sad to me that a talent like Terrence Crawford is regulated to fight in a used condom like Kell Brook. This is how I see it, man. Kell Brook's used up, bro. And it's sad that this kid can't get fights with the other welterweights, the other top tier welterweights. I'm tired of seeing the shit. I hate even talking about the welterweight division, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everybody said, well, he should fight this guy, and Kenny and Sean ain't even on the same core. You asked Sean, do he want to fight Crawford? He said no. You asked, like, it is what it is. The majority of this division should be already at 54 at least. We shouldn't be talking about Crawford versus none of these guys. And I mean, people talking about Crawford and Spence. We still ain't got Thurman and Spence.
Yeah. Oh man, we need to tell them about what's going on tomorrow and how it's going to work. Have you?
Yeah, I told them before you got on, but we can say it again and again and again and again. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, this is how it's going to work. CJ is going to cover the first fight, which is Derevyanchenko Charlo Derevyanchenko. On his channel is going to be me, him, and Nate Campbell commentating on the fight, and actually Kevin Kelly,
world champion Nate Campbell, nigga.
Yeah, former 3-time world champion Nate Campbell, my co-host. My co-host and partner.
Say it again.
Well, I will. Former
how many world times? How many times
three
champion?
Three.
And then Pacquiao
ducked him.
All right. Then.
Oh, here's a surprise. CJ didn't know this, but I talked to Kevin Kelly. Kevin wants to come on too and commentate.
Oh, we got Kevin Kelly. Oh man, it's going down, bro.
Yeah, so I got to get Kevin.
And we might steal Tony Harrison too. So.
Yeah, that might happen.
Find this video. I'm working tonight. I'm gonna find that video. We gonna try to steal Tony Harrison too. We ain't giving that channel no promo. But if he see the video of him talking bad about him, he ain't gonna go on there.
Yeah, so talk to Kevin. He'd be excited to do it. So I'm gonna make sure he knows how to use StreamYard because that's how I haven't had him on the show because he hadn't figured out StreamYard. So we're gonna practice that today, and then we're all going to be talking about it. So once the Derevyanchenko Charlo fight is over, y'all going to go to my channel, Lion Killer Podcast, and jump on and watch us talk about the Rosario Rosario fight, and that's how we're going to do it. So sub to the channel now, so you get the notifications. Hit the bell icon.
No. He already got it. He already got his what you call it. He already got it the reminder up, so you can go to Lion Killer Podcast, hit the subscribe button, hit the reminder, so when he go live over there, you can get that notification. So go to Lion Killer Podcast on YouTube, but we'll remind you once you over here to jump back over there. So make sure y'all do that. So we're gonna be live. So we got Kevin Kelly, Nate Campbell, And we gonna do the damn thing tomorrow, man. We're gonna be objective. We got guys that know the sport, that did the sport, so we gonna do well. So y'all got some questions? Ask them real quick. Go ahead.
Not only did the sport, but fucking were champions. I mean, real champions. Not these bullshit motherfuckers we see today.
Yeah, live. We gonna be live, baby. Live. Club live.
So we about the sport. We not about the drama and the bullshit. So you ain't finding that here. I'm out on that type of shit.
Y'all can help me steal him if y'all can find that video that Just Best said where he was talking bad about him with that lady on the track. I'm about to find that video. I'm gonna work hard tonight to find. I'm gonna give up my Xbox time tonight to try to find that video.
Well, man, I got to get off of here. I got children.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, guys, I'm going to catch everybody tomorrow. Y'all come check out Lion Killer Podcast. Sub to the channel. Me and CJ, Nate, and Kevin, we're going to get on this thing and call it the right way.
You going to update the thumbnail?
I already put the thumbnail on there.
No, Kevin.
Nah, nigga, I'm tired. I ain't going to do that. That shit take me.
All right, for sure.
That was a work of art. And then your shit, did you put yours up?
No, I'm gonna put mine up tonight.
I did his thumbnail too for that one too. So shit.
I might add Kevin on mine though.
We'll see. Hey, I might change my mind between now and then. It just depends.
I'm gonna have a minor modification. I'm gonna put Kevin on mine. So he said I'm sending $50 tomorrow live in the chat. You still Tony from the. I'm gonna try, bro. I'm gonna try. The guy I need to help me. I ain't got in contact with him yet. Hopefully he still breathing. What time the fight come on? 7. It's one card. The next card I think start at 9. And will you stay over and talk about the UFC card tomorrow or no?
Yep. Yeah.
Right, cool.
I'm gonna have alcohol and coffee tomorrow. So I'll be.
I gotta go get me something to drink tomorrow then too. So I'm gonna have something to drink.
I'm stocked like J.R. Ewing, dog. I'm good.
All right, for sure. Peace. Y'all got any questions? Peace. Y'all got any questions? I got a little bit of time. Mason sitting on my lap. Y'all got any questions? I'll answer them. Retaining the boxing. I mean, anything boxing. I'll talk about them. He said, find a video chat. Find a video chat. He did. I can't remember. He had that lady on there talking bad about him on the track. I mean, I'm gonna have to do some work tonight, man, so I can find that video and send it to him. What y'all fight meals? Anyway, I'm thinking about cooking something tomorrow, so I'm gonna get up because I ain't go to the gym and do my arms. So I'm gonna do my arms in the morning. I might shoot down to the casino, to bet something on some fights or some football games, and that probably be about it tomorrow. I'm trying to find something to cook. So if I don't find nothing to cook, I'll cook Sunday for football. So you making it? Yeah, I'm making some bets. I ain't really discussed them yet. I won pretty good on FanDuel, so I got a couple dollars left over. I go down to the FanDuel sports bet in that Motor City tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna try to take the best that I can. I want to believe in Rosario because that money line is pretty good, man. Turning up like aerospace. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get me some cigars too, man. I'm gonna go get me a little bit of something. I might get some Bombay Sapphire. I get that. I can't drink that tomorrow. That and Hennessy Black is the two drinks that put me on my high side. I'll be talking cash shit tomorrow. If Charlo win, does he deserve it? Yeah, he definitely deserves it. I think he in my top 10 already, pound for pound. So Jamil Charlo's already in my pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? He said I might make a bet too. You said the buyout was big for undefeated fighter. I might buy. Hey, look at me. I might take Duke Micah. Or Aaron Amidala. One of those two. I might think about it. It's too good. Talking about 1,100, like you bet 20, you're gonna bring a little bit of something home. So I go down there and bet some football. I gotta put my fantasy lineups, you know what I'm saying, and 2 for FanDuel. I ain't watching basketball no more until next season. Fuck LeBron. Ain't that right, Mason? Mason don't like LeBron either, do you? Or you go sit in your cage if you like LeBron. He said, I'm good. Charlo needs to win by KO for these fools not to discredit the fight with Chenko. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good fight. I think he win by knockout. Hennessy Black put you on your back. I laugh hard if both of the Charlos lose. Vince Ochoa don't think it happens. Yeah, I don't think it happens. I don't think neither one of them lose tomorrow. Take them lower weight class fights to go the distance. The distance, let me look at the prop bets on that one. Yeah, my phone fell on the floor. My phone's just trying to break now and I'm about to upgrade. It's just trying not to give me the full motherfucking credit. But let's see. Amidala Neri. The distance on that fight plus 650 if it go to distance. Neri. Plus 1600 if it go to distance. Amidala. You know what? I might take Neri going to distance, my baby. I might take him taking Neri. He said LeBron is amazing off the court. Yeah, he can suck my dick. Sorry. But I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I got pissed. Hey, don't forget tomorrow we'll be live. I'll put my thumbnail up tonight so you guys can see it. And y'all can make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button on it. Make sure y'all hit the reminder button. Me, Kevin Kelly, Nate Campbell will be going live tomorrow with Lion Killer. So, hey, man, it's going to be good. I'm going to be on screen tomorrow. I'm going to set my room up so we'll be good. So I appreciate y'all, man. Keep sharing the videos. We gone.